All right, I'd love to introduce you all to Iggy Perillo with WSL Leadership. Iggy is deeply involved in the local improv scene, where her team is having a set schedule throughout the year and an exciting promotional slot on Saturday nights in the coming months. She's thrilled about this opportunity as Saturday nights tend to draw a larger audience, helping her build stronger local connections. On a personal level, Iggy is passionate about rad pop, specifically selling kettle corn and lemonade at festivals, fairs, and various events. She's finding joy in meeting different people and seeing them enjoy the products. Additionally, Iggy loves being outdoors, whether it's walking, running, or hiking, and she really enjoys reading both fiction and nonfiction, and she often listens to audiobooks while she's running. This blend of physical activity and mental stimulation feeds her love for learning. Iggy's eager to create more in-person connections, both professionally and within her local community, to enrich her experiences and foster deeper human connections. Please join me in welcoming Iggy Perillo. Iggy, I'll give you a 2-minute warning.
Thanks so much. Here we go, people. Fire them all. Just kidding. That's not actually, well, it's a little bit what this presentation is about, but not exactly. I am talking with you today about how to give excellent feedback. And basically, I think feedback is one of those core competencies that leaders need, maybe so you can avoid firing people, and to be honest, so you can fire people well, both. But I won't be talking about firing too much more. To sum up, to start, I'm Iggy with WSL Leadership again, and I work with thoughtful leaders to create world-changing organizations based on trust, respect, and justice. And today I really want to talk about how leaders can give feedback well. And basically, good leaders really need to give feedback well. That stat that I gave you away at the beginning about how there are 6,100,000 plus some change businesses with an employee means there are at least 6 million places out there where someone needs to be giving someone feedback. Most likely, and there are other businesses that are even bigger and bigger out there for sure. Without giving feedback, some people are like, ugh, I don't know, I don't like it. It's not, my favorite thing to do. Without giving feedback, your team is really going to devolve into something that is not awesome. Most likely, it'll become more and more mediocre over time. There's this guy, Peter Drucker, he says, culture is defined by the worst behavior you tolerate. So if you are tolerating garbage behavior at your organization, you are cultivating a garbage organization over time. If you have teammates that are difficult to work with or who aren't quite doing what you want them to do, there might be a breakdown in the feedback process somewhere along the way. And if you have an organizational culture that's a little bit ragged or counterproductive, you definitely have a feedback problem. So in this talk, I'm going to go over 3 types of feedback and how to do each type of feedback well. Oh, also, P.S., being able to receive feedback well is what will make you an excellent leader over time. This is how we learn, how we grow, and how we really develop as individuals and as leaders. So after covering giving excellent feedback, I'm going to give you some tips for improving your ability to receive feedback too. Oh, here's some inspiring feedback words. Withholding feedback is choosing comfort over growth. And I don't know if you know who Adam Grant is. He's, a thought leader in the world of business and business psychology. Basically, delivering feedback well is how leaders do their job. It's how your teammates know they're doing a good job and how they know what to expect, what you expect from them, and how you expect them to do their work, the quality of the work that you are expecting. Abby Wambach has some other great words on leadership. You're not a leader on the bench. If you're not a leader on the bench, don't call yourself a leader in the field. You're either a leader everywhere or nowhere. Basically saying that inconsistently giving feedback, like doing it poorly or being inconsistent with who and how you deliver it, erodes trust and infuses toxicity in organizations over time. If you're going to do feedback, do it well all the time, my friends. It will serve you better in the long run, for sure. And some more wise words from Brene Brown, who is awesome. If you're not in the arena also getting your ass kicked, I'm not interested in your feedback. And really, fundamentally, this quote speaks to the mismatch between the type of feedback expected and the type of feedback given. And all of that is a really introductory way of saying there are 3 types of feedback. You need to do each of them really well to be a great leader and to be good at giving feedback. Here they are. There's 3 types. We have appreciation, evaluation, and coaching. And that means that, let me move this over there. There are three. That's all I got to say about that. Someone was posting in the chat. Now I can keep track of you and all your shenanigans up back there. Appreciation comes first. I want to be really specific about appreciation for a hot second, though. One thing that I absolutely do not recommend ever, ever, ever feedback, throw it in the trash, is known as the crap sandwich. I'll tell you something nice. I'll tell you something a little bit garbagey I want you to fix. Don't worry, I'll follow up with something nice. If you want no one to trust what you have to say, if you want no one to really believe you when you say anything to them, and you really don't want anyone to like respect you, crap sandwich all day, my friends. In the meantime, if you would rather people believe you, trust you, and think that you have integrity, give appreciation. And appreciation is specific, measurable feedback that is delivered in a way that people can understand, and the frequency of this matters a lot. So you're not crap sandwiching people, but you are really, really needing to give appreciative feedback to folks. Basically, people want to know when they do a good job on something. The purposes of appreciation feedback is to acknowledge, see, connect, motivate, thank people. Excellent appreciation feedback needs to be specific and matched with the receiver. So you'll see these 5 types of appreciation on this little list. These are basically from the same dudes who did the 5 love languages. They are ways that people accept appreciation. Some people really love words. Some people love acts of service when people work with them. Some people love tangible gifts. Some people love appropriate, with consent, physical touch. And some people love quality time as a way to show appreciation. If someone, I know there are people I suspect in this room who are like, oh yeah, you tell me I'm doing a good job. Like I don't believe you. I don't care. Don't even bother. Like words of appreciation don't matter to some people. Neither, and some of these other things matter more to other folks. It's not what matters to you as an individual giving feedback, it's what matters to the receiver of that appreciation feedback. So making sure those match together. And I've seen different stats on this, but people say that you need to deliver 3 to 5 times more messages of appreciation than either of the other types of feedback combined in order for people to understand, take in, and trust what you're saying. So if you're not delivering appreciation regularly, consistently, specifically, dial it up, my friends. It will serve you well. Next type of feedback, evaluation. An evaluation is assessment, ranking, or telling people where they stand. Evaluations align expectations, clarify consequences, and inform decision making. There is some judgment in evaluation. You're judging whether something is. An example of this is all of those traffic lights. Those are purely evaluative feedback. You know what number you get. You know if your color is orange or is yellow or red or green. That is just a pure example of what evaluation looks like as feedback. They're both positive and negative. You can tell people they're doing a good job. You can tell people they need to do a better job. Things won't work, things will work. The really way to deliver excellent evaluation feedback is to be specific, behavior oriented, and based on known standards. If you got those traffic lights example, if you got this chart and you're like, what are these things? I don't even know what you're rating me on. It would be super confusing and not very valuable. But there are like those different columns. Each of those columns is explained. You can figure out how to move your rating in any of those areas and on any of those evaluations. So that is evaluation feedback, basically judging essentially whether something meets a standard or doesn't. And the last type of feedback is coaching. And coaching is helping someone improve. It's usually directed at a skill or knowledge. For example, let's talk about how to respond better in this situation when next time it comes up. Coaching does include a hint of evaluation. I mean, why else would you be delivering coaching if you didn't want something to be better? But excellent coaching feedback is future-oriented, defines a standard or success point, and often includes steps or processes for getting to that goal. If you want behavior to change, coaching is probably the way to go. If you want behavior to be known that is not great, that's evaluation. If you want a behavior to continue, if there's something you see that you want to see over and over again, that's the place for appreciation. The more things you appreciate, they get repeated. The more things you evaluate, they get noticed. But the more things you coach, they change.
2 minutes.
Thank you. So how to deliver all these types of feedback well? Do all 3. Get the balance right. Way more appreciation than everything else. Align expectations and reception. People are expecting coaching, give them coaching. If they're expecting evaluation, don't deliver just appreciation. They'll be super duper confused. If they're expecting appreciation and you deliver evaluation, they're going to be bummed and really tweaked out by that whole situation. Be specific with what you're saying, talking about behavior ideally. The micro yes. Hey, is this a good time to talk? Yeah, great. Let's get going on this. And model receiving feedback with grace. That can help you basically give all your feedback in a better way. Receiving feedback, it's a skill. Carol Dweck wrote this amazing book called Mindset. Basically, a growth mindset is where you view challenges as opportunities to learn and grow versus viewing challenges as a attack on your identity. And yeah, basically cultivating a growth mindset helps you get over some of the habits of distortion that people have. Whenever they hear feedback, they feel like they're being judged as an individual, as a person. And that can also help people basically grow and learn faster if they're orienting themselves in that feedback means growth and learning. Feedback is a gift, my friends. The true intuitive expertise is learned from prolonged experience with good feedback on mistakes. Daniel Kahneman, he got a Nobel Prize for his thoughts on this. And if we aren't receiving feedback, we're not going to grow and learn. We're not going to progress. So get out there and deliver some excellent feedback, people. It's a skill. You can get better at it. If it's stressful or challenging for you, drop me a line. I'd love to make feedback a part of your leadership that you look forward to. Thanks so much. It's been awesome chatting with you all today.